Hello, welcome back. This is Bree and you're my lavender pages, and it's been a couple weeks since I did a plan with me, and I kind of wanted to show you what's been going on and then plan for next week, which is the beginning of February. Just to kind of give you an idea, we got home on Monday from Orlando. So it was mine and my husband's wedding anniversary, and we left the kids with grandma and took a flight from Salt Lake to Orlando on Thursday, spent 3 days at Universal Studios, and then flew home on Monday. So I did my planning before I left because I knew I'd be gone and I wouldn't be able to get it done. And then for safety reasons, I didn't want to publish my flight information and kind of, hello, I'm not home, come knock on my door kind of a thing. So this is the current week. This is today. And then I have my February overview started, and then I plan to do my February plan with me a little bit later this week, but I wanted to get this week planned. In my bullet journal, I'll just kind of show you how January is looking. This is the free printable from Sterling Ink, and I just printed it on vellum and used washi tape to put it in. These are rub-on stickers. It's this set right here from Mayplows, and I just got it on Amazon. They're linked down below. And then this is my current calendar and weather, self-care, or habit tracker, self-care, sleep, and then my dailies. I have quite a few pictures from our vacation, so I'm not going to flip through this. But then I have my pocket with my Coffee Monsters Co. current bean card, my to-do list, and then this is vellum from Sterling Ink for the January collection. And I have a how-to on how I made this particular pocket. I will link it in the cards in case you want something like this. But I just have my running to-do list. I print it on Tombow River paper. This part right here is part of the Sterling Ink post-it notes. That is a freebie if you're a member of her Facebook group. And I just cropped it and put it up at the top. And I have the ones set for February here that I will be using. And then I have this extra one that has snowflakes on it for winter. So that is kind of my current thing. This right here is a charm I made. I had a countdown calendar. It's actually a Harry Potter Christmas one, but it had all these little Harry Potter charms on it. And I was going to keep them on the charm bracelet, but charm bracelets and we don't really get along all that well. So I turned it into a charm for my planner. This says Alohomora. We've got the keys and the Deathly Hallows, the Hogwarts crest, and the little envelope, and then the glasses with the lightning bolt, 9 3/4, the Deathly Hallows. I think there's always things like that are on here. So I just turned it into a charm for my traveler's notebook, and that's where it stays, and it's fun to play with when I'm anxious. So there's that. With things in here, I just have, you know, I have some random things. I have the Coffee Monsters Co. printable calendar, laminated and tucked in the pocket. This is a bean card, a poem, and some vellum sticky notes right there. And then I carry a Sharpie around with me in this pouch because these Post-it notes are waterproof. Pictures of my kids tucked in here. These are all of the vinyl stickers that I've started collecting from 2022. I'm just gonna keep adding them as they go. I have some right here and right here. These are more Post-it notes that I printed on with the Sterling ink sticky note freebie. And I just use these Post-it notes. They take forever to dry. Like I have Marches sitting over on my shelf drying. This is my collection of Tombow Do brush pens. I wanted them in this book swatched so that I can purchase what I have missing. I realized that if I buy the sets of 10, whether at Michael's or on Amazon, I'm getting duplicates. So I just have this here so that if I happen to stop at Michael's, I can pull a couple each visit and just fill in the gaps. Kind of a quote that I found. And then my sister-in-law purchased 3 months of the Pipstick subscription for me for my birthday, and I've just kind of been using them randomly throughout this book, like the Pipsticks. These are part of the January collection, and then on my house to-do list, this is January, this is February, this was January. But I went through and made a collection of the recipes my family likes. And then I took this list and made a tracker so that I'm not cooking the same recipe more than once a month. And I'll kind of mark it off right here. For example, tonight we're having chicken soup, which is right here, number 6, chicken soup. And that way I can get more variety in my family's meals. These are movies I want to see in 2022. We've seen Eternals. It was okay. I really didn't like it all that much. And then I'm working on a vision board for 2022. I use the Airmail Pipsticks stickers to make some tabs for these lists. And then I just have my house cleaning tracker. When I pick a color, a fountain pen color for February, I will transfer this list here. I've kind of really not done as much. I did pretty good in December. Haven't done as much in January because I was focused on our trip. So now that I'm getting back to life and reality and stuff like that, I can work on this. Here is January, and my overtime is getting better. I mean, check this out. So there is December's. I mean, look at the difference on how many days. And then November, see, even still. I have on this page right here at the beginning of every month. So for example, for February, it would be right here. I've gone through and printed my favorite pictures for that month, printed it on sticker paper and stuck it right here so that when I do an index for the month, I'm looking at last month's pictures, and I'd show it to you and it would be fun to see, but it has my kids, and so for their safety I am not going to show that to you. But just so you know what I'm doing, so for January, see, I already have the pictures there. let's see, do I have a piece of paper? Yeah, I do. So for January, I have done kind of an index for the month. And then on this page over here, I'm just going to kind of go like that. You can see I've done my pictures. And then I'll do the same thing for February. I will put January here and an overview of February here. So that's kind of how this is going. Because I was gone on vacation, I did not order anything from Sterling Ink for February. So I'm just going to use my Pipsticks collection, which I have already started right here in the calendar. And then this washi tape collection, which I purchased off of Amazon. It's vintagey and it's red, and it came in this little box, but I've already gone through and swatched all of the washi tapes on leftover laminate, and this is the washi tape that I will be using. So this week is the first week of February. It's been an adventurous January, so I'm actually pretty grateful that we're moving on to February. In January, I put the washi tape along the top. So in February, the washi tape will go down the bottom to kind of even things out. And we're just gonna, I haven't pulled up my dots yet that I'm gonna use for carpool. I don't know if I'm gonna use dots. I might use something else. I don't know. But kind of let's get this planned. It's a fairly normal week, nothing extraordinary. I just, you know, we have just normal stuff going on, nothing too fantastic. I just went with my base palette for February of colors, which is this list right here, because they're some of my favorites. So here's our colors. I will have everything linked down below if you like the look of this palette. And we'll get going. So my daughter is in 3rd grade. So she goes to school for the full day. And then Wednesday is our half day. They come home early on Wednesday. And I kind of struggle with the half day for my son. He is in kindergarten this year. He actually missed the age cutoff by 2 days. So he's the oldest in his class, and that makes it hard for me as a working mom to not have him, let's see, in school all day. And but it's good for him because it helps him with kind of his world and the things that are going on. It's better for a boy to be the oldest. My son was born on my younger brother's birthday, so I actually ended up calling my brother when my son started preschool and said, hey, should I push to have them be a little lenient on the start date and have him start early, or should I just let it go? And he recommended I let it go. So coming from somebody who was born on the same day, that was super helpful. Okay, there's that. And then on Saturday, am I using brown for my stuff? Yeah. On Friday at 10:30 to 11:30 I have an appointment, and then on Saturday we have a family event, and then also on Friday there's a family birthday. Sunday, I'm actually not working on Sunday, so we're going to try and turn this blue to a brown. I have another event instead. Let's get the little man's school in here. So he goes 8:30 to 11:30 on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and then he has a tutoring session. Well, it's not quite a full hour. So here to here to here. And then no tutor on short day to 11:30 to 12 here, and 8:30. This will make my chiropractic appointment so much easier because I won't have to hustle to get to the school. And I do believe that is everything. I'm going to let this dry for a minute. Washi tape. These wide washi tapes are vertical, so I kind of want to use these right here, and I'm just gonna, oh come on. A lot of the washi tapes in this collection are vertical. Like this one's vertical, this one's vertical, this one could be vertical, this one is vertical. So it's just kind of, I don't know, it's kind of fun. We're gonna put this down here the whole way across. Nope, because I'm gonna run out of room. So we're gonna put it down here. My little guy is upstairs watching his YouTube. He really enjoys Minecraft how-tos. He's into Minecraft, and a lot of the time he just listens to it and plays Minecraft while he's listening to it, which kind of makes me giggle because I watch YouTube planner videos and like fold clothes or clean my kitchen, so he totally takes after me. It's kind of funny. This rose gold ruler is from the Coffee Monsters Co. She did a sale on the 30th, and I was lucky enough to grab one, and it has her little doodles on both sides, and then it has centimeters and inches, and it's metal, and it's beautiful, and it's solid, and I'm loving it. Okay, we're gonna leave some space here in case I'm working some overtime. And oh, I have to show you, this is hilarious. So I track my steps in this yearly calendar, and I average between 6,000 and 9,000 steps a day. But when we were in Orlando, I hit over 20,000 steps the 3 days we were in Universal. And one day that we were there, it got super, super cold, and it rained most of the day. Now, super cold for us here in Utah is 12 degrees. Okay. Super, super cold in Orlando is 50 degrees. So we didn't pack for Utah cold. We packed for Orlando warm. So I had a jacket and my husband had a hoodie, and he was cold. It takes a lot for me to get cold because I have hypothyroidism, and I'm just usually warm. So I was fine. He was cold. One of the hard things is they keep the paint clean and fresh. So every curb is painted. Every ramp up onto the curbs is painted. In the street, they have streets, or the walkways or the streets, they have street signage painted, things like that. Here comes little man. Hi, love.
Hi, Mom.
What you doing? Oh, is this your schoolwork? Okay, is it all in, or did you fold them all up like that and stick them? Is there just two? Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Go enjoy your show.
You too.
Okay.
Good, Mom.
Thanks. Anyway, when street paint gets slick or gets wet, it gets slick. And I'm in my early 40s, so I'm not old, but I'm not a spring chicken anymore. And I slipped on, I was even wearing tennis shoes. My shoes slipped on the wet, slick paint and I went down. But I didn't go down all the way. I went down, my husband was holding my hand, so he caught me and made sure I didn't go all the way down. But instead of just going down, I ended up bending my knees with my butt to my heels. And I haven't been able to do that kind of like yoga pose or sitting since I had knee surgery. I'm not spelling tutor right. Maybe I am. Since I had knee surgery in my 20s. And I am 90% sure I tweaked something in my right knee. So I was gonna start running and working out this week, and after all that walking and injuring my knee, I decided to not try to run this week, to kind of go easy because I really don't want knee surgery. I have both my knees done at the same time. The surgery that I had done is called a bilateral lateral release, but my kneecaps were crooked and they had to cut the tendon and straighten the kneecap and then reattach my tendons. And I have had 3 wrist surgeries. I have had one here, I had one here, and I had one right here. And I would have wrist surgery again in a heartbeat over knee surgery any day. But oh my gosh, you guys, it was fine. It didn't bother me. So this was Saturday. It didn't bother me much at all on Saturday, hardly at all until the very end of the day. 20,000 steps for somebody who's my size. I'm 5 foot tall. 20,000 steps is on average 8 miles. And by the end of the day on Saturday, my knee was just hurting pretty bad. And it was fine. We went back to the hotel, we ordered in dinner, and we just kind of hung out. But on Sunday, anytime we went down a hill, so like in Jurassic Park, there's a lot of hills in Comic Island. There's a lot of hills. So during those hills, anytime we'd go down, my knee would just protest. And by the end of the day on Sunday, I was in a lot of pain. And we took a break in the middle of the day each day and just went back to our hotel and kind of had lunch and took a nap. Because, I mean, it was just my husband and I. We didn't take the kids, and so we were able to relax and enjoy some time together. And I'm grateful we took those breaks, because if I had had those issues with my knees, oh god, life would have been a nightmare. What we're gonna do, this palette right here. So then our flight from Salt Lake, from Salt Lake to Orlando, it was only 3 hours and 45 minutes, which on average it's a 4.5 hour flight. But we had a great tailwind, and the pilot took great advantage of it. So we were like 20 minutes early at the airport, which is unheard of. We ended up waiting on the tarmac for a gate because there was no room at the inn for our flight because we were so early. Which is fantastic. I would rather be early than late. But coming home, the wind was not in our favor, so it made it a longer flight. And by the time we got off the plane, these are sticky on both sides, having sat for so long, my knee was just protesting and my hips were protesting. With my giving birth to my daughter, they didn't get the epidural in the right place the first time. It took 2 additional tries, and as a result, my sciatica on my right hip is super grumpy, and if I sit for too long in one position, it acts up. Yes, I'm just completely all broken. But it hasn't bothered me much today. It hasn't bothered me much yet. It didn't bother me too much yesterday. I'm just worried that if I start walking or running, I could hurt it more, and I really don't want another round of knee surgery. No, thank you. But the vacation was so much fun. It was so fun to be with my husband, just the two of us, and be able to talk and enjoy each other's company. He and I haven't taken a trip together in over 15 years. So it just kind of emphasized to me that he and I need to make sure we take some time out for each other. And even if we just go up into Idaho and visit the hot springs for a couple nights, we need to make that a priority. But so much storytelling. Here is next week. I bet you guys are going, what in the world? My son, for his schoolwork, he folds them up into these little squares and shoves them in his pocket. And this is how he brings home his schoolwork. And I unfold it and put it in his kindergarten box. So that's what this is. He's so funny. Here is the next week. When it gets to be more, Friday, Saturday, I will put the weather in up here for the week. I'll put it right here, and I left myself space this time. I was a very good girl. I'll put weather up here. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be participating in neighborhood council. We'll see how things go. But yeah, this first week of February, got some fun deco down here, and that's it. Sorry, did not mean to shake that. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed the month of January, that you're warm and safe and healthy. We had COVID run through our house 3 weeks ago. Yeah, 3 weeks ago. This is our second round as a family. My kids ended up home the whole week with me so that they were in quarantine, but I ended up testing positive. By Wednesday of the next week, I was fine. And the whole time I did not even have a fever. So we're good for another 1.5 years, hopefully. And maybe at that point things will have calmed down a little bit. But hope everybody is well, healthy, and safe. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see my February plan with me and my bullet journal. And happy February. Bye.